Hello everyone and welcome to English 6. This is a course in the new system, Gymnasium 2011, and it is called English 6, and it is similar to the course that was previously called English B. However, it has a new content, it has a new grading scale, and we will work with things a little bit differently than we did before when the course was called English B. So let me give you a presentation of English 6 here at Värmdö Distans. And I hope you will enjoy the course. Please feel free to ask me questions. You can email me or send me voicemails anytime you wonder. But this is a presentation, and therefore I will go over what we'll work with mostly, or in general, so to speak. First of all, we'll be doing a letter of presentation. In that letter, I'd like for you to write about yourself as much as you want to, as personal as you want to, how old you are, if you have siblings, where you live, where you go to school, perhaps a few words about your friends, etc. As much as you'd like to share with the other students, because the other students will put their presentations in as well in our classroom, or it's called discussions, English C. In discussions, English C, that you will work with later on, you will be able to see what your classmates write as well. So in this first assignment, you will be putting in a letter of presentation that everyone can see. If there are things about yourself that you don't want your classmates to see, don't write them down in this particular letter. Instead, send another letter to me with details. However, in this first assignment, write a letter about yourself, like I said, as much, and write whatever you feel comfortable with and what you think would be interesting to find out about your classmates. For example, hobbies. You go horseback riding, ice hockey, football, or gymnastics, or if you play an instrument or whatever. Please share that with us. Also, I'd like for you to write a few words about English. How do you think English will become important in your life? In what way do you think you will be able to use English in the future? In a job, or perhaps when you go traveling, or when you meet new people, etc. in your life. When is it good to know English? In your own words. So that's the first assignment of this course. And you will be following the instructions for every unit that we will be working with. But I'd still like to just give you some inspiration and idea in a verbal way, so that this is also a way for you to get to know me and to hear my voice and to see what I look like. So let's continue. What we'll do in this course that we didn't do in English 5, if you took English 5 at Värmdö Distans, is that we will work with vocabulary. And so we'll use the book, this book, English Vocabulary in Use. And it will be the upper intermediate one. So if you don't have the upper intermediate one, if you have gotten another one, it should say upper intermediate here. If you don't have that one, let me know as soon as possible, and I will send you the right version of English Vocabulary in Use. Very good. So we'll be working with vocabulary and words and word formation and how you express things and idioms and different types of sentences, etc. And we'll get into that further in the course. Something else that we'll do is we'll work with some literary texts, of course, just like we did in English 5. This time around, we will work with this one, About a Boy by Nick Hornby. We'll read that one together, and then you will produce some reading journals, and there will be a description in the unit exactly how you do these reading journals. They are one way for me to assess your oral skills. So you'll send me a voicemail and let me know what's going on in the book and what you think about the book and the characters and the plot, handlingen, and etc., etc. And I hope, and I think you will find that to be a fun part of the course. Then we'll also read Hamlet. Of course, we're going to read about Shakespeare in this course. Of course, we can't miss that. We didn't do that in English 5, so now it's really time. And we'll read about different parts of Shakespeare, what he did, what kind of plays he wrote, and how the plays were written back in the time when he lived. And then, of course, we have to read this one, Hamlet. Can't miss that one, right? So we're going to read Hamlet together, and then you're going to give me, you're going to let me know in an assignment, uppgift that is, what this book was all about. Also, you will let me know in a verbal assignment, voicemail, röstbrev, a little bit about what you think about Shakespeare after we have read about Shakespeare. So I think that will be fun. Also, we're going to read one more book. It's called The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. That book you will give me a short summary or a short description what you thought about the book a little bit later on in the course. So a few novels as well is what we're going to go through. And I hope you will enjoy them. And so, of course, we're going to write quite a bit. We're going to read quite a bit and listen to different things. One thing you will listen to is a BBC News summary, and you will get in on the internet. You will get into the BBC News summary. You will listen to a news program, and then you will do a summary for me in a voicemail. So the verbal assignments are pretty important because I don't meet you in a classroom, but there are other ways, or there is one other way that I can find out what kind that I can make an assessment on your oral skills. That is through the voicemail. So the BBC News Summary program, the novels, and Shakespeare is what you're going to tell me about in a verbal way in this course. Also, later on, in the spring that is, you will read about different classics. Shakespeare is a classic, but we'll read about more classics in this course. And you will also pick one that you will let me know that you will talk about in a voicemail. And so there are, I think it will be in a voicemail. Perhaps that will be written. Oh, I'm not sure now. But at least you know you're going to read about that and you're going to produce something for me in that as well. And of course, we're going to work more with vocabulary. Again, vocabulary. So take a good habit of learning words, of learning more vocabulary. Use www.tyda.se as much as you can if you wonder how you pronounce words, etc. Let me write that down actually. www.tyda.se. This is how it is. If you didn't already know it, hope you can see it here. Let me see. www.tyda.se. There you can find how words are pronounced and how you can hear how they are pronounced and you can see how they are spelled. So we'll work with that, and then you'll have a vocabulary test and you'll have also a grammar test in this course. And I think that is it, actually. And so welcome to this course. I hope you will enjoy it. Bye-bye.